This episode is super. Well, hello there, and how are you today? As you can tell, it looks a wee bit darker than usual, and I'm actually doing this on a weeknight. We have every Friday night at my little granny and my little papa's house. They're in their 80s. Actually, Papa will be 90 this year. We always have like a big family dinner every Friday night at their house. And all of my aunts, uncles, my mom, my kids, us, my cousins, the entire family gets together and we eat dinner and we sit out on the front porch and the kids play and we tell funny stories and we just have a good time. And it's every Friday night, y'all. And we love this. Like, we've come to treasure this. So tomorrow's Friday and tonight I'm cooking the meal for the entire family. Now, it has been almost 90 degrees every day this week and I'm not here for it. I want it to be fall already. As you can tell, I'm wearing my long sleeve sweatshirt and it really didn't deter me, like this little hot wave we're having, because we're having taco soup tomorrow night because it's soup weather, doggone it. It's fall. So I'm making taco soup now. Let me go grab my pot and you guys can help me. Woo! Can you see that steam? So what I've been doing is I have been browning 2 pounds, there I go spilling, 2 pounds of ground beef, which you can use anything like ground chicken, ground turkey, you can use venison if you hunt, you can use any of that. And basically I just put my 2 pounds in here and I stirred it very little. Like, I don't want it to fall apart. See if I can find me a spoon here and I'll show you what I want my meat to look like. Y'all know I got this junk drawer. Got me a spoon. This is how I want my meat. See, it's in big chunks. See that? So I don't want it to be cooked to pieces. There are a few little pieces that are kind of cooked apart or cooked to pieces, but for the most part, it's big chunky, like meatballs. Big chunky meatballs is what I want in my taco soup. So this recipe is one of the stupid, easy, but so yummy recipes. Like, you just know it like the back of your hand. Believe it or not, y'all, I used to be in Weight Watchers, like every time. I think I did the original program, the Smart Points program. I've done all kinds of Weight Watchers. Holy cow. And I learned this recipe because it was low in points back when they did the points. I don't know what they do now. I kind of gave up on it. But I learned this recipe, and just like my body, y'all, I have found a way to fatten it up over time. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking like the basic kind of healthy recipe and I'm just making it not healthy. Or maybe I'm going to make it, if I don't say unhealthy, like, what's an alternative? Like, it's just thicker. Is that a word? Like, can I say it's just a thicker form of the Weight Watchers taco soup? So all taco soup is, you've got your ground beef or your ground turkey or ground chicken, whatever. Some kind of lean meat, browned in the skillet. If it's not lean, you need to drain your grease. Mine was super lean. All that's left is a little bit of moisture, like from the meat. I'm not going to drain it. And then you just have an assortment of beans and corn and tomatoes and taco seasoning, ranch. Did I say corn? So that's basically it. Like, it's a stupid easy meal. But I have doubled this recipe because we're feeding such a large crowd. So everything you see is going to be double except the ranch. And I don't want it to be too ranchy. But I'm using 1 packet of hot and spicy taco seasoning. And y'all, this is stupid easy. This is one of those meals that, Then I'm using my reduced sodium, my reduced sodium taco seasoning. I like to be healthy where I can. Actually, I feel like there's, this is probably a smart idea because there is a lot of salt in this. I'm using 1 packet of the ranch seasoning, which I use this stuff on almost everything. I always have a box of it. And now we get to dumping. I've got my Rotel. Now, y'all, if you look closely, you'll see some of these cans look a bit tattered. Well, let me tell you what happened. When I went to Food City, that's where we do our grocery shopping. We don't have like the fancy stores like Aldi or anything, so we go to Food City here. And I bought, in their produce section, they have like a little area where they will take fresh fruit and they put it in these like little cups with lids. It's like $2.50. And so I had a hankering the other day for pineapples and strawberries, and I got a little $2.50 cup. The bagger put it with my cans, and I just didn't pay attention. And we have a shelf out in our garage. We call it the survival shelf. I don't know if y'all remember the toilet paper episode of 2020, but that taught us that we needed to stock up, you know, have a little bit of stuff on hand. So we have a survival shelf, and we keep a lot of canned goods, like stuff that, you know, you can kind of rely on, like green beans or, you know, stuff like that. And so I just took that bag out of my car and I put it up on that shelf because I thought, oh, I'm not going to make this for a few days. I did not realize that that fruit was in there. And so when I came home today, my husband was like, there was something in those cans. And of course I acted like, well, what could it have been? It was me. But so they had to take, the bag of cans out of the garage. And luckily my kiddo washed all the cans off. So that's why they look a bit tattered. Now what I do, I like to use a variety of beans, not necessarily for the fiber, but I do want to make this somewhat healthy, and I don't want it to just be like chili with corn in it. You know, I want this to be like a Tex-Mex meal. So you can't really tell. I'm using the Bush's chili beans. They have these, like the chili beans in any kind. So this can is pinto. This can, which you can see the label on this one, this is chili beans, black beans. And I have another one. Oh, that's kidney beans. So I kind of pick and choose. I don't want to do hot on everything because my family can't handle all the hot, but I do like to have a little spice in there. So I've got the mild chili sauce on this one. This one's a surprise. I kind of think this is the hot. I think I did buy a can of hot, and it's got a little red on it, so I think that's hot. And then I've got like kidney beans. I've got spicy chili sauce. And then I've got mixed chili beans, which is kidney and pinto, and that's mild. So you can see, oh, hot chili sauce, right there it is. So you can see I didn't like wimp out on all of my beans, but I didn't want to set everybody on fire either. Now, because these are chili beans, they have the seasoning like in the sauce, so I don't drain these, ever. I want that flavor. But in a jiffy, I'll show you what I do drain. So I'm just adding my beans here. Like I said, I want it to be Tex-Mexy. I don't want it to be just like chili with corn in it. Which, did y'all know people make chili with corn? That's like they add corn all the time. I always thought you just did that with taco soup. Because let me tell you, I was in Weight Watchers back when I was a teenager and I thought I was fat. Lord, if I could go back to that body, I guess that's why. The Lord works in mysterious ways, because God knows if I went back to the body I had in high school when I thought I was fat, y'all couldn't keep clothes on me. I'd show it off to everybody. Ain't that how it is though? Every time like you see these young girls and they're like, oh, I'm just so fat, I need to lose weight. And I'm like, trade ya. I had 2 babies with this body. I'll trade you any day of the week. Oh, and this is a different can. I found this today. It's called Bush's Sidekicks. This is black beans in a taco-style chipotle sauce, which I say chipotle to be different, with corn and bell peppers. So I thought I'd give it a whirl. Now, y'all, I don't just single out the chili beans. I also like to add, I got my little trash can hiding over here. Get all these cans in there. Oh, I was about to say, I thought I got them all. I did. I got them all. Okay, looky here. I've got cannellini beans, the white beans. Don't get fancy. And I got some garbanzo beans. Garbanzo beans are you know, they've got good stuff in there. I kind of want to say protein, but I kind of might be lying if I said it, so I'm not gonna. A cup of enchilada sauce. This is new. This isn't in the Weight Watchers recipe, but I want to give it a little kick. You know, some of that Mexican spice. This corn, this is the Jolly Green Giant Simply Steamed Honey Roasted Sweet Corn. I swear by this. It's amazing. It's got corn, peppers, and a touch of honey, so it's a little sweetness. Let's pause for one moment while my family enters the house. This is my oldest. Here he comes. He's going to be loud, I promise you. So any hoodle, this is corn with peppers and a little touch of honey, and I like to add it because if you have something that's already a little spicy, it's always good to add a little sweet in. Let's pause for a moment while I tell my child to go get in the shower. Go get in the shower.
It is so weird.
Please go get in the shower. You're sweaty. No, you're all sweaty. It's not fun. Why not? Because you look like that. Go get in the shower.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye. I love you. Boys and their mamas, y'all. Boys and their mamas. There's going to be another one coming soon, and he'll be loud.
Whoa. Oh.
Here he comes.
I thought you had another baby.
I'm not having another baby. You're plenty. It's okay. We've already paused to allow my family to enter the house.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, you're fine. You're keeping this. Come on.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
Oh. No, you shower and brother can shower.
Come on. Let me,
Okay, so like I was saying, anytime you add, anytime you have something spicy, I always like to add a little bit of sweetness to it to kind of offset the burn. Don't laugh at me. You like it?
The burn.
You don't complain. Feel the burn.
You're so weird.
Go away.
I love you.
Love you too. So I like to add this honey roasted corn, and check, this is so hot, y'all. Cooking with gas is not for the faint of heart. Check out, see how, I mean, obviously you'll see the ice, but see how there's peppers in all that corn? It's gonna be good. So what I'm gonna do now, put it on the eye, I'm gonna let it boil. Then I'll come back when it's boiling and I'll show you a few more secrets. All right, y'all. They say a watched pot never boils, but I can promise you it does. Check that sucker out. Can you see that? I know you can hear it. I wanted you to see what I was talking about. See, earlier it was super thick, you could barely even stir it, but all of those, I don't want to keep saying sauces, but that's really what it is. All of that has combined, and now it's like this hearty little stew. Doesn't that look good? So here's my little trick of the trade. It's one of my favorite things that I do to this soup. This isn't a habit of mine, but this is good. So what I do, I take cream cheese, I soften it in the microwave, and then I take my beaters with my whisk attachment and I just beat it to bits. Now, if you pour cream cheese in anything hot like this, it's just going to kind of get chunky and lumpy, and I don't like that. So what I do, I take a lot of this juice and I use it to kind of thin down my cream cheese. I'm spilling this all down my stove, y'all. But I do it while it's boiling. If you do it when it's not boiling, I don't think it works as good. So I just take it and I mix it in. It's going to kind of thin down that cream cheese and keep it from getting lumpy in your taco soup. See what I mean? It kind of loosens it a little bit. Then I just dump it in. Now I know I told you I was doubling my recipe. There is no way I would ever add 2 blocks of cream cheese to this, ever. Normally if I make just you know, a small pot for just our family, I'll only add half a block of cream cheese. And I really just do it for that. I don't know, it gives it this richness, almost like when you add sour cream and chili. It makes it kind of creamy, as promised. Now you can see it. as I stir it in. Now, I know some of y'all are wondering why I'm making it Thursday night if we're not going to eat it till Friday. Well, if you've seen any earlier episodes, I told you all that there are a lot of things that are tomato based that I like to make either the day before or a few days before, because the flavors, they just mingle or they develop more, especially anything tomato based. Always remember that if you're making anything tomato based, make it a day or two ahead and always put it in the fridge. That way those flavors can kind of come together. Okay, y'all see this? Look at that. It's creamy, it's got the corn, it's got all the different beans, it's got the spices. Isn't that beautiful? All right, y'all, so I took it off the eye. You can see the steam. Can you see the steam still coming from it? It was boiling pretty good. And always be careful when you're boiling stuff because you don't want the bottom to stick to your pot. I've had that happen where it's almost kind of scorched it on the bottom, and then when people dig in, they take their spoon, they dig down in there, it's like they scrape up burned on bits. So just be mindful of that. But I don't know if y'all can see, well, I know y'all looked at it whenever I was stirring it. It just smells so good. I'm not going to try any tonight. I really want to, but I'm not. And this big old pot, this is going to feed everybody. Normally one recipe is like one pound of ground beef or whatever, ground protein. Like 4 cans of beans, 1 can of Rotel, half a block of cream cheese. It's easy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the lid on this pot, the lid I was boiling it with. I'm going to put this on the pot, put it in the fridge, let it sit overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'm going to get everything out, put it in the crock pot on low, and let it just kind of simmer tomorrow during the day. And then when I get off work, I'm going to grab that crock pot, I'm going to run up to my little granny's house, and our family is going to eat this over top of Fritos with shredded cheddar cheese. I'll be sure and at least post a picture at the end of this video so you can see everybody enjoying this soup. This is one of my favorites. So anyway, y'all have a happy day or a happy night because it's nighttime.
Howdy, y'all. So, I'm trying it now. That's good. Okay, really good.
Is it spicy?
A little bit.
I know, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
And it's hot. Like, temperature-wise. Why are you laughing at me? It's really good.
Here, get me Travis.
I'm making a video. This is going on YouTube. Woo, party! How do you like the soup?
It's good. Really good. Yeah, baby.
You think it's good?
It's good.
Is it better than Weight Watchers?
Better than Weight Watchers.
It's so yummy! It's a hit! So y'all, make it, taste it, tell me what you think. Have a happy day.